encouraging him to open and to do some licking and chewing there, because the TMJ joint, which is right here, could be affecting the tightness that's in this whole little quadrant of his little head. They have little heads. See how he dropped his head? That was a good sign too. So then I'll take this. It's like he's chewing, but he's not chewing. He's like, what just spoke me? See how he's acting like, what are you doing? You see, when animals get up in the morning, see what he's doing? He's like, okay, that is a little uncomfortable there. So I'm loosening something up by viewing his reactions here. I'm gonna open up his mouth again. Move that back and forth a little bit more. Drop his head a little bit. Now I'm putting a little bit more pressure back there.
He loves to stretch his neck.
Oh,
when
awesome.
riding.
Yeah?
Or pull the reins up away from me. I'm not sure. He's happy to stretch.
See how he's actually dropped his head? His eyes were at half mast for a little bit there. So his head's dropped, so he's getting more relaxed with the work, which is good, because it naturally will release endorphins. So now I'm just following a little bit of an instinct here, where I'm pushing up. I'm kind of pushing up into the cervical of his neck. I'm kind of like feeling where the bone is. If you know how the bone structure goes, the cervical vertebrae comes down like this. Yes, are you familiar with the structure? I should have brought that book. I'll show it to you after we're done. So I'm looking purposely for the hard places, okay? And he was moving away from me. All right, so I know that was a sensitive spot. Now I could either confront the issue and find, see how he's closing his eyes and dropping his head more, so he wants me there, but I lightened up my touch too, because I went harder just to see, okay, is it deeper in there? And he moved away from me. That's a sign that, okay, I'm not sure if I'm that comfortable with that. Watch my toes, I don't have my back shoes on. And so I was just doing like little pushes and turns and rubs. Before I was kind of just moving my thumbs up into there, because I'm like thinking about all the different muscles in there and how they affect the way he carries his head. Hey, your buddies are still there. Come here. And I'm going to just ask us for his attention by, then come back over here with me. He has a right to see where his herd's at, and I'm just coming underneath this brachiocephalic muscle here is what moves the shoulder forward, the right shoulder, right? So there's a big attachment between that and this part that is larger than the left side. So I'm just going to explore the muscles that the shoulder and the head feel. See, I hit that spot again. He doesn't like that spot. So let's see if we can get him to. He's going to back up. That's okay. I'll just work with him. If it gets to be too much.
And here comes the pose. Yeah, we got some cavalettis on the ground.
Oh, okay. He must know they're there because he stopped.
Yeah.
You okay there? Okay. And I'm going to continue down the muscle. So once he stopped, I kind of released it. Sometimes I don't want to always stop when he's giving me that sign of resistance and he's letting me know what's happening, that's a huge trust boundary that has been passed, which is great. Because horses, if they show their weakness in a herd, they can be isolated from the herd because they're weak, and if there's something wrong with them, there's going to be wolves that are going to be chasing. So it's very instinctual for a horse to hide what's going on. So these little signals that a horse gives us is really important to look for. And when they let us in, you know, besides stating the physical of what we were seeing in the beginning and with that right side of his pole being higher, when they're letting us in to be like, yes, can you help this area, even though he's kind of moving away, like, please don't expose me, you know, because they're going to be vulnerable. So you have to be like, oh, thank you for showing it to me, and let's work with this together. So now right here, I'm just kind of massaging the attachment site for the muscle. He kind of wants me to do it, but then he's not sure about it either. Come here. Come. Good boy. There we go. Good. See, he actually needed to walk forward in order to do that release. They release just like when we yawn or we sneeze or we stretch, or dogs are great at this, where they just shake it out. That's awesome when they shake things out. So that's actually a really nice sign that he shows us there. So I'm gonna just massage through here. So it's like kneading some bread. He's like, oh, okay, lady. I don't think he's ever had a massage before. He has never been touched like this before.
Oh, he's doing cross steps, side steps. Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah.
So noting his reaction, he's like, well, I'm not too sure. You know, there's pros and cons to working with a horse in the stall versus out in the arena.
Oh.
There's one horse that's like, he's at least 18-1. He's really huge. I work with him in the indoor. Because he needs to move around, you know? So, and then I'll leave the spot and just see what his reaction is after I leave and let him integrate it in, right? That feel good? That's a good boy. Okay, so I'm gonna come down through here. I'm just doing little pushes and pulls, as you can see. I'm feeling along the ridges of the muscle, being aware of where the cervical vertebrae are. Just doing little circles. See how there's nothing? He's not doing anything here. This isn't the side that really bugs him. But that other side does bug him. That's all right, buddy. Good boy. Okay, so make a note of that. I'm actually going to do some of these like little stretches and releases too. I'm going to ask him for this leg first. Good boy. I'm going to hold him at the hoof. I don't know if you guys could see what I'm doing. I'm going to hold him at the hoof, right here, and I'm going to bring the leg up a little bit. Okay, so doing this, I should turn him around. I'm talking to my, I'll turn him around. Doing this will shorten that muscle attachment. The muscle that runs from here to here. I'm going to ask him for his leg. Okay, that cute little leg. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to bring this up. So do you see? You can actually see how that moved. So it's attached to that shoulder blade.
Oh, yeah.
I bring it up. Do you see how it just popped?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to hold it up. I'm going to hold his leg for him. So that part, the muscle attaches to bone. So if I could move the leg and move the bone to help the muscles release. And that was good that I turned around because you saw how the muscle was like, it's spasmed, you know, the pop is a spasm. Do you all get massages? Never
Not
had a
enough.
massage?
Yeah, once, but
Have you?
I've had them before, but nothing on a regular basis.
Oh.
It does feel wonderful, I have to say.
Have you received regular massages?
Not
I'm a
lately.
licensed massage therapist. I go once every 2 weeks because it's not just it's not just for luxury. It's for sustainability and for your wellness. So getting regular massages help to keep my body, my muscles relaxed, my body in better alignment, and just staying overall healthier. So if something's gonna, you know, if I have a muscle like, if I work a lot on horses, my hands are more up here, so my upper traps will really hurt. So I make sure I make an appointment soon after to get my body worked on, so I don't get knots and stuff in my body, because my body has to feel good in order to work on other people's bodies. So it's a way of self-care. I'd rather do a massage than take painkillers, and I've worked on a lot of people that will get rid of, you know, their migraines will disappear. Even if they just come in monthly for a massage, their migraines go away, their movement of freedom go away. Like, and we're all athletes here. We're not professional athletes. We're not getting paid to, you know, go about life. But just going about life, we are all athletes. So we got to take care of our bodies. It's like, for me, someone not going for regular massages is like not getting your car oil changed regularly. You have to do it, you know? And touch is a natural healing, and you get that relaxation because we all have a lot of stress in our lives. So you need to have that let go. You need to, you know, clear it so it doesn't get locked in your body, you know, all that stress, because that's where a lot of these diseases come from, is from the stress. So massage is really important for that. So I'm going to push that on you guys as well. Obviously the horses, because they carry our sorry little butts, you know, or, you know, we're pulling on a cart or whatever, they, their bodies they're kind of made to do that, but not really made to do that. So they're athletes because they have to carry all these loads. So that's why it's important to be aware of our own body and our own muscle and tightnesses and stuff like that. And do yoga. I mean, I love the yoga. I just do the stretching yoga. I don't do power yoga like, okay, I'm going to hold the tree forever. I can't do that. I want to do things that's going to open up my body because everything closes us down in our daily lives of being on computers or iPads and iPhones and stuff like that. So having that awareness with your own body is really important in order to help your horse's body and or your dog's body as well. So that was just like a little release. And when you release, you just can take that extra side. You'll actually, you could see and sense the breathing will change too with the horse. When I'm getting my massage, sometimes I'll be like, my breath will change into this really relaxed state. It's called a parasympathetic response, right? And you just relax. And there's different lines throughout the horse's body as well as our own body that help them to relax even more. So that line when I'm going through his top line, that's the bladder meridian. Not to get too technical with you guys, but if you just know the bladder meridian, when I do it on people and I stroke down through their back, it's like an almost instant relaxed response. So it sends, excuse me, endorphins to the rest of the body that they could relax and chill out. That's why you see mamas with babies and they pet their back. It's in us. You know what I mean? The touch is in us. That bladder meridian's
Not even
there.
knowing what we're doing,
Yeah,
right?
there's so many parents who are like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but I felt like I need to do this. I'm like, you're so instinctual. You got to follow your instincts. It's amazing, and I think horses kind of encourage that with us. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing to this leg. You ready? You're going to move this leg. You're leaning on it now. Move this way. Good.
I think he's a little dyslexic too.
Yeah, well, that's why we work together so well. And so I'm going to do the same thing with this. You notice, well, you guys didn't notice because I'm on this side. Come on this side for a second. Okay, so I'm going to, holding the hoof here, so I'm supporting him, right? And I'm also making sure I use good body mechanics. My knees are bent and I'm lifting through my legs. I'm not lifting through my arms, I'm lifting through my legs. But you see the spot right, sorry, here? I'm also very creative sometimes. I lift it up, you don't see that same spasm, right? That was more gentle versus the other one, it was really, it kind of snapped really quick. It's like, ah, good, I'm going to bend to the right. It's like, this lady has me. Okay. So I don't care where he puts his head and neck, as long as he's getting a release. Now he will get a, see, he released. I didn't change his head and neck. I let him come down, do whatever, did what he needed to do, so he could get that release. Now, if I did ask him to bring his head over, which I will, if I ask him to bring the head over this way, so just focusing on what's going on with the pull on the shoulders right now. I could ask him to bring the head over this way and keep it over this way. Keep it over this way for me. Pick up the leg. Let's see what he does. Come on. Go ahead. I know. How many times am I going to ask you to pick it up? And then we can bring his head over. Bring it over, and I'll bring up the leg, and then I could bring it over again, if he wants us to do this. This is going to do two things. Look on the right side. It stretches the right side. Yep. You see that? Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to release it. So it's just like us going like this, right? We're releasing the muscles on this side by bringing the shoulder to the ear, but then we feel a stretch on the opposite side. So it's the same thing. And he did the leck and chew right after, so that's giving me really, really good feedback. Let's see how he assimilates. Does that feel weird? That's probably something I would suggest you do to encourage, you guys normally come out here together to work with him, or?
We'd like to.
Before I started working.
Damn. Damn that working stuff.
I know.
See, this isn't work to me. This is fun. Well, you guys want to try it just to see if you can manage it?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm going to do a little bit in the hind end. And
So before I ride him, I will take his front legs and pull it forward. Is that a good
that's good
thing
too.
to
Yeah.
do?
Yep.
I hold it for like 30 seconds.
Yep. I'll do that too. I'll incorporate that into my into the work with the horse. There's a lot of great like exercises, stretches. I think there's a whole videotape on how to stretch your horse out, which is nice too.
I don't know anything for his back legs, which might be interesting.
Okay, yeah, I'll show you what I'll do there. Because I'm gonna do something similar where I'm gonna hold the lower leg and kind of lift, and you're gonna see his pelvic area move, which is nice. All right, so let me get some water. Do you wanna try to lift that leg first? See?
I tried to this side before I done that side.
Yeah. And then this way, if you do have this, and we could just see where he goes, right? And then you could ask him to come over, because we already let him do whatever he wanted with the head. So now we're stretching the left side, but we're going to help him to release. And you're holding it using, make sure you use your legs, right, as the holding place. Good. So you want to look for this. So you feel the shoulder blade, which is here, you feel like the shoulder blade is coming up towards this leg. And then bring it down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn his head and then bring it up again. Okay, good. See how there's like a little torque there too? He's like, oh, I'm not sure if I could do that. So I'm going to let his head go. We'll just see where he goes with his head. You know, just note the way he's holding his head. And then go ahead and watch your toes and let his leg come down. It's like, phew, thank God I have that leg back. So that also forces him to put the weight to the left. See how he did the lick and chew, which is good. He did a major weight shift, right? Ideally, you want him like a table to have weight on each table leg. Same thing when he's standing.
He shifts a lot. Doesn't
Yeah, he does shift a lot. So that tells us there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's so many deeper muscles in the body too that could be affecting it. Crack. See any cracks, and he straightened himself up. Crack. All right, try it. And then guzzle some more water. And then turn to face him so you can see what's going on with his ears, his eyes, his mouth, and so you can see what's going on too with that muscle. There you go. And then you can turn. And encourage him, bring the head over. Good. See how much it was just like a lot.